Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I am the Nightwalker, and I want to review a movie. And I picked one that I really do enjoy, despite the fact that the director, and apparently now even the star of the movie, kind of has a little bit of shade going on in their real lives. And but then again, too, it's like, well, if you're gonna stop watching movies with every time somebody famous has some kind of bad thing pop up, we may as well just stop watching movies altogether. The movie I want to talk about is from 1999, and it is The Ninth Gate with Johnny Depp. And, right off the bat, I'm going to say I actually like this movie. I think it's a well done film. It's a little bit more of kind of an occult thriller than it is, just a straight up out and out horror film. But yeah, I pretty much do enjoy this flick. I think it's a fun little movie. The story, it's got a good setup. You have, Johnny Depp here. He's playing a character named Dean Corso, and Dean Corso, he's very, just unscrupulous character, and even the guy in the movie tells him, you're unscrupulous, totally unscrupulous and stuff. And what he is he deals in rare books, like first editions, collector volumes, things like that. But he has this way of um, shortchanging people, screwing people out of their money and things like that. So he's a bit of a con man, and he's making a living, kind of hustling people, letting them know that they got these rare volumes and things like that, even if they are not rare. He goes in and puts on an act and lets them know that yeah, this book you have is totally rare thing. So, but he gets asked to go visit this man Boris Balkan, played by Frank Langella, and so he goes to visit him, and he's giving a lecture about witchcraft and how it connects to the devil, things like that. Then the two of them meet, and right away we find out both of these characters have really no moral compass. Neither one of them do. But Balkan, believes that he could trust Corso here because Corso is just a man who all he cares about is his money. He just wants to get paid. So he decides he's going to hire Corso to basically find this book called the Nine Shadow, and or the Nine Shadows. I'm sorry, I can't remember the name of the book right offhand, but anyway, so at first he's Johnny Depp is explaining to him, look at this book and the volume that you have. It looks like it's pretty authentic and things, but Langella is telling us like, no, I know this book is not authentic. And basically we find out that Balkan, his entire library of books are just books about Satan. Any book that has the subject of Satan and the devil, he has this book. But we find out that basically the reason why Balkan wanted this book was, and I'm going to get into some spoilers, but the reason why Balkan wanted this book was because he's trying to conjure up the devil himself. But something's, wrong. It's not right. So he's trying to figure out what the deal is. And so that's why he's hiring, Corso to find out why is this book not authentic. And so, he gives, Johnny Depp's character, he gives him all this money, tells him, they're altogether, there are 4 volumes. And he's like, or no, 3, I'm sorry. But so he tells him, I want you to go and I want you to check on all of these books and I want to see which one is the authentic one. And, and I believe mine is the forgery. So I need you to find the real one. If you do find it, get that book for me. And I don't care what you have to do to get it. I don't care, what kind of dirty deeds you have to do to get that book. But Corso, even though he's not a particularly morally correct character, he's not willing to go that far. But he decides he's going to go and check out these books and find out what's going on there. And so he starts traveling. Now, he runs into this young lady here who, you know, basically she's kind of his guardian angel or guardian devil, whatever you want to call her. But so anyway, he goes and he's traveling and he's, going and visiting these people who have these volumes. And so he's, taking time to study the volumes. One of them is an old lady in a wheelchair who, she's kind of bitter, kind of crass and everything. And so he, looks at her volume and then he realizes like, wait a minute, there's a certain thing here. There are these these illustrated pages in the books. And he's all like, but the thing is like the book that he got from Frank Langella, the pages have, certain initials on there by an artist. and one of them is LCF, which means Lucifer, and the other one is another person. So, but then he realizes that in the other volume, wait a minute, it's not the same pages, it's different pages. And so he, goes and explains to Balkan that, wait a minute, these are, that's what I'm finding out. It's like the illustrations are the same, but, there's like a slight difference. And, you know, uh, like maybe like one, this key is in one hand, then it's in the other, or this one, this person is looking up or looking down or whatever, just certain things like that. And then Balkan, insists that Corso get the book, and he's like, no, this person, they're not going to give this book up. And then it's weird how when he says that, it's not too long after that that the person ends up being murdered, and the book ends up disappearing. And so, Johnny Depp's character, as he's getting more involved and he's getting more, trying to find out what's going on, more and more, kind of strange things are happening to him. Like at one point, he's walking down the alleyway and there's, these scaffolds where they're doing construction work and painting work and things like that. And he's walking through, everything starts to collapse, um, and then, these shady people he sees kind of running around, and, like people coming up trying to attack him and things like that. And this, weird, angel girl, whatever, she's on the, you see her, she's on the DVD there. This kind of girl who's protecting him or watching over him. But, she shows up, and then we realize that there's another character played by Lena Olinier, who she's after the book too. And then we find out that, she ended up getting some of the pages, but she didn't get all of them. And, she's trying to conjure up the devil, and then, it didn't work. And then, Frank Langella, the two of them get into this battle, and, over who's going to bring forth the devil. And, it turns out they lose. So Langella, he gets the pages himself. And then, now the funny thing is you think that, Depp's character would evolve and that he would actually want to stop the devil from coming forth. But no, as we find out, as the story goes on and on, Depp's character becomes more wanting to get the devil to come forward. And he wants to get, to reveal itself and to basically become the right-hand man to the devil, things like that. So, yeah, so that's kind of what's interesting about this movie is that, Depp is playing pretty much a morally bankrupt character from beginning to end. So if you're expecting him to be likable in this movie, not going to happen. He's watchable. He's somewhat likable, but not by much, but he is kind of a scummy, underhanded kind of guy. And he pretty much remains that way throughout the movie. And, and he finds out, their whole thing is, Frank Langella's character and Lena Olin's character, their whole thing is they want to, bring forth the devil, and, rather than try to stop them, he's like, no, he's like, I want to try to bring him forth, and I want to be the one to have the power. So that's what's interesting about that too. But, also there's a lot of intrigue going on here. So if you like that kind of a thing in a movie, this movie offers that. If you like, it's got some good suspense, some good scare moments. If you're going into this hoping for a lot of blood and gore, yeah, you're definitely going to be disappointed by that. Like I said, this movie is more of kind of like a supernatural occult thriller, and it's more of a character piece. So, but I do like it. It's like I said, I'm not, I'm not particularly in favor of what Roman Polanski did, but I can't deny that he's made movies that I do enjoy. And Johnny Depp, even though like he's going through all that stuff with Amber Heard, in the press right now and all that stuff, he's one of my favorite actors, and that's the main reason why I wanted to see this. It's like it's got Johnny Depp. He's one of my all-time favorite actors. So, but anyway, though, I do enjoy this film, and I do like it. I think it's it does lag in some parts. This movie runs a little bit long. It's about 133 minutes long. So yeah, you're looking about 2 hours, 13 minutes, but still, it's pretty good for what it is. Some good suspense, and yeah, like I said, even though Depp is playing this morally reprehensible character, still it's pretty good for what it is. So I say, if you're into more of like something more of a suspense thriller, supernatural thriller, I would say go ahead and give it a shot. So yeah, that's pretty much going to do it. So I enjoy it. So anyway, if anybody took the time to watch this video, I thank you for doing it, and I appreciate you for doing it. I also hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you like my new look. If you did, please like, please subscribe. There'll be weekly videos posted. And, take care. And I am the Night Walker, and be careful. You might see me out lurking about at night, so watch out.